Yep, 33.
Josh Middleton scans a project blueprint in the shadow of a trolley platform at the University Town Center.
We have to run a pipe from here to here.
Middleton runs Siege Electric. The firm is a subcontractor on the Midcoast Trolley Extension, one of San Diego County's largest public works projects. His workers, Vishal Chan and Brandon Shortreed, are up in a cherry picker under a track platform. They're drilling holes into the underside of the trolley bridge, installing electrical lines that connect to an electrical box just across the street.
I don't see it on this column here.
Only select columns under trolley stations will be lit so passengers can find the platforms at night. And Middleton says this work is fortunately in the shade. But that's not the case for every job. In fact, sun and heat can be brutal without special gear.
They make certain visors, your sunglasses, different types of cooling packs.
Gear sometimes isn't enough as hot spells get more intense, happen more often, and last longer. Middleton says the key is finding ways to cope.
It's really based on the circumstances of the job environment. We would increase water intake and we would probably allow more time for break periods.
Union rules require extra attention for people working in hot conditions. Middleton makes sure his employees have plenty of shade and at least 2 gallons of water per worker. But climate scientists warn that making simple adjustments may not be enough. A recent report, Too Hot to Work, from the Union of Concerned Scientists, finds outdoor workers face higher risks as the number of extreme heat days goes up and the intensity of heat spells increases.
Between now and the middle of the century, outdoor workers are going to increasingly lose work time because it's too hot to work. And in many cases, that's going to mean that they will lose out on potential earnings as well.
The group's climate researcher, Christina Dahl, says those lost earnings could total more than $55 billion a year by the middle of the century, and communities of color will suffer more.
People who identify as Black, African American, Hispanic, or Latino make up about 32% of the population in the US, but they make up about 40% of outdoor workers. And in some different occupations, those numbers are even higher.
The analysis concludes that more than 7 million workers could lose up to 10% of their pay because of extreme heat conditions that keep them from doing their job. Employers can provide extra protection and more breaks, but a report co-author Rachel Licker says avoiding work in the middle of the day doesn't always help.
Shifting work schedules to cooler parts of the day can in and of itself have implications that are negative for outdoor workers. So, not everyone wants to work nighttime shifts. It can have implications for your ability to see your family, your mental health, etc.
Licker says the federal government can take action to keep workers from suffering in the heat as it protects their pocketbooks. She says all those lost wages could have negative effects on local, regional, and national economies. But Licker says slowing climate change remains the best strategy for avoiding extreme heat.
We can save, tens of billions of dollars in outdoor worker earnings if we take action now. And those solutions to climate change we have in hand. These are measures like investing in more renewable energy resources so we can get off of fossil fuels, electrifying more of our energy systems.
And as the changing climate changes the work environment outdoors, companies will have to find ways to account for the extra safety concerns and the extra expense. Erik Anderson, KPBS News.